Regarding the issue of the fight against corruption and the trajectory the Attorney General is on, yesterday he preferred charges officially against Professor Amiawa Kofi, who was board chair of GIF when that $2 million payment was made. The CEO of GIF then also is facing similar charges. He has been granted some 50 million Ghana cedis bail. Are we on the right path, or is this just the usual political charade?
I like the way you ask whether it's just the usual political charade. Because clearly, if you listen to if we play back the election or the campaign period, you realize that the allegations against the previous government was largely about issues of corruption. And if you go back again to 2016 or 2015, you see again the campaign was largely about corruption. So through the years consistently, you realize that corruption wins elections.
Yeah.
The issues of corruption win elections. Now the question is, what they do about corruption when they come into government becomes another issue. So, Woyome, there was a song formulated by the opposition at the time, Woyome, Woyome. What's happened to Woyome's case? It was thrown out there. What's happened to Woyome's case? We haven't seen anything. PDS, issues came up. Everything went quiet. Then, recently, we've heard about Ken Oforiatta. Things seem to have gone down. ECG, we heard, cables here, cables there. Things seem to
missing
be...
containers.
Missing containers, everything. Now the story seems to be there. So, the Ghanaian populace is asking, where are all these issues? People win elections based on accusations of corruption. They come in, the initial things are to throw up stories out there immediately, say we are going to court, and they stay in court for the next 4 years. The next election comes and everything dies down. So it is important that the political elite in this country begin to ask questions of what they promise to the people and whether they wish to deliver them. Let's not go to court and simply come out somewhere along the line, administrative errors, blah, blah, and then the people are discharged or things never happen. So you realize that all through the democratic process since 1990, when we got into this Fourth Republic, cases have come up against the political elite consistently. What are the outcomes? How many of them have actually gone to jail or have been found guilty in cases? Is it a case where we are all becoming aware that it is scratch my back, let me scratch your back? And all of them have just become content and say, look, whatever happens the next 8 years, I'm coming to power, so let's not worry ourselves. Let's make some showmanship that we are trying each other. Let's do this. So the real issues are not what is being thrown out to us at the moment. It is what the outcomes will demonstrate. Whether truly people are guilty and whether they are going to face the consequences of their actions and inactions. And again, typically, last week, I think I remember, I said, look, Sedina Tamaklo, she's been found guilty.
Former Maslok CEO.
Exactly. What's happened to that? Why is the NDC not interested in bringing her to come and serve a term in jail? So these
they should collaborate with the likes of Interpol.
Important. You see, because if the president has come on the hype that, look, we are going to fight corruption, we are going to deal with it, one of the very first things I should see now is how to bring Sedina Tamaklo back to serve her term. Then it will send a clear message again to all government functionaries that, look, this government is not ready to tolerate issues of corruption. And then when you are dealing with the opposition...
plea bargain, and so perhaps the thinking is to prosecute the current ones, retrieve some of the monies, if not all, instead of looking for a jail term for someone who is not even within the...
No, so what... But we haven't heard any mention of that issue. I haven't heard any mention of that issue. So, but there's a reason why there's a trial. The person ran away. The person was on the run and fled. That in itself, I believe, is a crime. So why are we pussyfooting with that one? And then we are eager to throw up things against the MPP alone, as if it's the MPP alone that has been found guilty. So for me, our politicians need to begin to demonstrate more sincerity in this process of fighting corruption. Again, if you read the newspapers of, I think, Monday, show that the Auditor General was retrieving some money from public servants generally, where over 30 billion or so was supposed to have been returned to government chest over a 3-year period. Again, how strongly are we pursuing these things? Are we, the public, look, public servants have a job for life, and they misconduct themselves all through, and nobody really fights that issue. So you see that there's a high demand for people to go into politics, and there's a high demand for people to go into public service, government sector, because people know that once they get in there, they have a job for life, and although they will complain that the salaries are not good, they will stay there and they will continue to make this bring this country down. So we need to move beyond the rhetorics and demonstrations that we are trying people. Trying is a separate. The issue is finding people guilty is more important, so that we can set clear examples for the people of Ghana, and then the people of Ghana can then say, oh, truly, our governments are interested in fighting corruption. For me, that's where we need to look at the issues from.
Very well.